Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Sorry about the camera not working yet. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to sit here and talk while I'm figuring it out. Oh, B&J. Good evening, Christy. Hi. Grizz 270. Nice to have you on here, Grizz. I'm going to invite you up, Grizz, because that's the type of person I am. Let's see. Let me go to. Gotta go to Google or to YouTube. Okay, Grizz, I sent it to you on the message in YouTube. I'm still working on it. Just hold on a minute. I got to get this going. So I'll be right with you. Hello, Allie Oakley. PG Nano Farm. How are you doing? Amber. Amber and John, how you doing? Nice to have you in. Mr. Dutchy Dutch. Well, it's nice to have you here before you drop off to bed. I'm glad you're here. I really am. So, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing working. Chris, did you get it? Huh. Red in blood. Grizzly, did you get the thing? How you doing, Jade? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Amber, you're looking lovely as ever. Christy, written in blood, tell Vampire I said she's looking lovely as ever. Allie, you're looking lovely as ever. Let's see who else is here looking lovely as ever. Of course, Grizz is. Well, I think I got this fixed. Hi, everybody. I'm Grizz 270. How are you doing today? Nice to have you here. Yeah, been a rough day today. Went and got me some mountain water. Well, I went upstream to get it. I seen a bear crapping in the mountain water. I thought, no, I'm not gonna get any of that. That wasn't even the worst of it. I seen two fish fornicating in it. Yeah, fornicating. Oh, I ain't drinking none of that water. So what I did, and I may have been a little crazy, it may have been just a little bit selfish of me, but I decided I'd let that water run downstream to California because they could use it. Sure enough, Where are you, Grizz? Where the hell are you? You know what? I was sawing some lumber today. Got 5 boards. Well, actually, 4 boards and a thumb. But you know, you don't need that thumb anyways. Oh, it's going to take a few minutes. Yeah, you know, you thought Iron Dog had cheap internet. Oh, guys, see the little bird that fell out of there? Huh. I told you, Dina, there was more than 11. Damn it. I keep finding all this sorts of stuff in here. Wow. Oh, where the hell did chipmunk come from? Damn it. Somebody better get a hold of this. Huh. Well, looky here. They don't want to do nothing. Oh, where the hell did the alligator come from? I don't remember going down south. So, you know, guys, remember when I had them chickens in my beard? Oh, they were just running around and stuff. I was picking chicky coop and crap out of there for a week. I sure was. The hell is this? Damn it. I wondered what that was. Every time I go to take a bathroom break, that thing would just shiver and shake and everything else. Huh. Sorry to hear about your husband being sick there. Jerry's Hardwood. Oh, excuse me, Jerry's Wood Shop Outdoors. How are you doing? You just got the Green Wizard channel? Yeah, I have a Green Wizard every time I go to the bathroom. It's magical, I'm telling you, it's magical. Oh, man. Oh, got my bibs on today. Send it to your Hotmail? Okay, I'll send you one there, Grizz. Even though I don't know why I need you up here now. Hell, I'm doing the show. Let's see. Look for Grizz 270. Put that under A4. There we are. I just sent it to you, Grizz. Now, in order to do this little bitty roast here for Grizz, you can say anything about Grizz you want. Anything. As long as it's not vulgar. Can't use the F word. But you can't say, you know, we're going to leave family members out of this. You know, I can't help it that, you know, how can I put it? Dina probably needed glasses when she met Grizz, and she probably still needs them now. But I'm not saying nothing about that, though. Poor woman. Well, I'm Grizz 270 and a half. So, hand me that. Thank you. Grizz 270 and a half. It is a great show. How you doing, Chris Cox? Nice to have you here. By the way, there, Amber, I think Iron Dog did get your Christmas card. He's probably going to have to show that on his Friday morning live stream. From what I gather, the poor little guy this morning, he just was all tuckered out. You know, Grizz 2.0, yeah. Well, no, it's Grizz 270, so this will be Grizz 270 and a half. Hey, Kingdom Paul, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Oh, so dinner's more important than roasting Grizz. Are you roasting dinner there, Junkyard? Have a hairy Bigfoot on his tractor? You're absolutely right there, Redneck Railroad. He is a prick. Not Santa, but Grizz. Yes, sir. I got to get me some mountain water. Some real mountain water this time. I got some of that, like I said today, I went up the river to get me some. Had a bear crapping in the river and two fish are fornicating. I ain't drinking none more of that. So, Tim's World, how you doing? Nice to have you here. Oh, you want to shoot Santa? Well, why would you want to shoot Santa? Holy hell, look at the head on that one.
Oh, geez, I'll tell you what.
Damn.
Alf, is that you? Is that you, Alf? My long-lost twin. I love it, Keith. Just a second, I got to do something here. I'm having a hard time seeing the camera with this rubber band I got in place, holding it in. There we go. Oh, man. You know what, Alf? Your beard's bigger than mine.
What's that?
Your beard's bigger than mine. Just a second. Let me turn this volume down over here on this fan down. You got it, huh? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. That is cool, Keith. You look good with that beard. You've never looked better.
That's right. I'm a handsome debonair. That's right. Hey, yeah. There's something, wait a minute, there's something scratching in my beard. Oh. I told you there was more than 12 in there. That was gone.
Oh, man, you found that in? Oh, wow. I didn't realize that left behind.
He got cooked in there. Look at that. Damn it.
There should be some Hershey bars in there, too.
Oh, they got them out. The magical ball was the best one, though. I don't know where that would come from. Or the chipmunk. No. Then again, like I told him, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I cut 5 pieces of wood today. Well, actually 4 pieces in my thumb, but you know. And I'll tell you what there, Grizz, the reason why we waited so long to do this is because I had to find me a pair of these. Oh, man, I got crabs. Damn it.
Hey, save those for later.
Yeah. See, everybody got a crab. Damn. Nope, I had to find me a pair of bib overalls. So, and that's what I was looking for all the time in the thrift store.
I wish you know what? If you'll give me a sec, well, I don't know if I can find my bibbies. They're buried back in there somewhere. I know, man. I got these bib overalls on. That's good enough.
There you go.
Yeah, if I put the blue bib overalls on, though, we'd be twins.
That's right.
That's the hell of a look like.
Anybody got anything they want to talk about, Grizz, about?
Yeah, somebody's got to have something they can roast me with.
That's right.
Somebody's got to have something bad to say.
Well,
the only thing that I don't like about that is that you look too much like Santa, and you know how I feel about Santa.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have bagged that Santa. It's a good thing you're not wearing red and white. Or actually, it's a good thing for me because my phone would not make it. I'd be grabbing this gun and shooting the camera.
If somebody had told Dina she really had to put some clothes on, you can see her in reflection in the window.
Oh, is that reflection showing on?
Yeah.
Hon, why don't you go ahead and turn that light off and turn this light on over here? So we'll get a light going here and we'll see if this is any better.
Well, that was no problem. You could just see her walking around.
Here, you turn the fan on. Yeah, that's not too bad.
No, it's okay.
A little more and easier on my eyes, too.
Well, it's easier on my eyes, really.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably in the dark. You can't see me now at all.
So, anybody got anything they want to say about Grizz? I already started this monologue about 15 minutes ago, so.
Yeah, and I murdered this down in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
well,
the wife's side want to come up with the idea, make sure you give it to her bib.
Well, I tell you what, Keith, I'm going to make you deal with you. If these people don't start getting active and start throwing insults at me, I say you and me team up together, and we start getting those folks.
Sounds okay to me.
You hear that, man? It's all fair game, folks. Y'all gotta. You were supposed to come here loaded for bear tonight.
That's right. Well, you know what I think is funny? I think you in the outhouse with an icicle or a popsicle, that was funnier than shit. That was really one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. But the funniest one I've seen is, and you may not think it's funny, but to me it was, is when the sawmill slid off the backside of the track. I thought that was funny. But I realized, that's equipment, and I'm glad nothing happened to it. But I thought that was, as soon as it started to roll, I started laughing.
I've never thought of popsicles the same since.
Good evening, Kevin. How are you doing? Nice to have you here.
That's right, Gator. I'm going to pretend to be Sasquatch. Hey, wait a second. Maybe I'm not pretending.
Yeah. B&J says Grizz smells like bear poop. There's the red hat. Oh, I'm playing Chris today.
When the milk fell off. Oh man, Chris, that was perfect. Yeah, I didn't know how many of you watched my elderberry winemaking video, but there's a blooper in there that I thought was pretty hilarious too.
I'll have to watch that one.
Not as funny as the one that Chris Cox just pointed out when I had the sawmill set at a slope and I didn't have the stops on there yet. And all of a sudden, my sawmill just took off rolling and got to the end. There's nothing to stop it. It rolled right off.
That's the one I thought was funny, too. I started laughing as soon as it started rolling. I knew what was going to happen.
Fortunately, it didn't hurt anything.
That was the funniest part about it, because it didn't hurt nothing. I'm glad it didn't hurt nothing.
Gator says he heard that I can't even operate that sawmill. It's my wife that cuts all the wood.
I believe that they're Gators. She's a wood-cutting little woman, she is.
Yeah, I tell you what, you better go easy, Gator. I'll put you down for another nap, you old man.
Renda's world. How are you doing, Renda? Nice to have you here.
No.
Yeah, how was your trip to Portland with Big Steve?
Say what now? No. Steve ain't going to Portland with me.
Dang, what we heard.
No, I don't know where that's coming from. You guys would have to fill me in on that one.
He says he's got video.
Huh?
He says he's got video.
Oh, I got to go check out the video. It's Steve's video?
No, he said he's got video. He just didn't put it up yet.
Oh, okay. You're right, Gator. I ain't got no shoes. I'll tell you what, I had to go to school barefooted. And y'all know the rest of that story.
Well, I understand that. See, me and Kevin, we wore the same pair of shoes to school. He wore the left one, I wore the right one.
Yeah, my wife tells me I am the snowstorm.
You got the rest of the month off, and then, well, congratulations. Need to do a real big Steve. There you go.
Yeah, Gator, that's both ways. In the snow in the morning, fighting polar bears barefooted, and kicking rattlesnakes out of the trail, uphill, 120 degrees on out.
Oh, I know the feeling. Yeah, wait a minute, guys. I gotta roll me a cigarette.
Oh, this I got to see. Come on now, show it on camera. That's a cigar. Yeah. Actually, that sucker don't look like a cigarette or a cigar. It looks like a giant Tampax tube.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, my screen's going to sleep on me over here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, don't let your screen go to sleep. I hate that when that happens.
Yeah. Especially when it's out of reach, I got to use my foot to swipe the mouse.
Yeah. Rosanna, how you doing? Nice to have you here.
Hello, Rosanna.
I'm Grizz 270 and a half, and there's Grizz 270.
I thought about shaving if I had known you was going to do that, I would have shaved my beard off. And that beard here is Iron Dog 63.
There you go. That's right. We can't let Grizz get away from this.
No, come on, you guys. All fair in love and war.
Yeah, start cutting him down. Hell, he's big. He can take it.
Stir fry. I'm going to have Chinese food one of these nights.
That's right. Hey, how are you doing? Nice to have you here.
Allie says you need to keep the beard.
Yeah. It does there, Mr. Mark. Country girl, how are you doing? You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here.
No, sis.
Grizz 270 and a half. Well, isn't that something? She was going to go live, but seen us on. Need a staple gun to staple this thing to my head. You're welcome.
I tell you what, I think on the 20th there's going to be another road. I got to go to Portland again. Maybe I should do that live.
There you go. Washington County News Station, Utah. How are you doing? Nice to have you here.
Yeah, take her over to her mom's house.
I don't want to be over there.
You don't have to stay over there. Just leave her over there.
That's right.
For me to hear.
I'll get some more food.
It's 275.
I guess you only have me.
Evidently. Grizz
Or
is
you
a big.
could have, let's see here, 540. Grizz 540. Yeah, don't think,
How are you doing? Nice to have you here.
and I can only imagine what Keith and Big Steve and some of these other guys would look like on it.
That's right.
You're 6'1" at least, aren't you?
I'm 6 foot.
6 foot?
Yeah.
You would still make that tractor look small.
I was taller, but evidently age has shrank me. So. No more Mr. Nice Guy, Grizz.
What's that?
Gator says no more Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah, you need to get a bigger tractor. That's what you need.
Yeah, well, somebody wants to flip the bill for a bigger one. That one already, what was that? If when I bought it, it was 13 or 14,000 with all the attachments that I got with it. I couldn't afford nothing bigger than that. I wanted to get a larger tractor, but that's what was in my budget.
There you go.
But I tell you what, it's a little workhorse. I mean, you know,
It is.
I mean, it's amazing what I can get accomplished with it. I mean, it works so hard to move those logs, but it will do it.
All right. Well, you know, depend. You know, you can work it as hard as you want, or you can work it as slow as you want, and you're still going to get the job done. So you're just
Yeah,
gonna,
exactly.
you know, it may take you a little longer, but you know, it's still getting the job done.
Yeah.
Well, he's already got one. Buy me one.
Now she can buy me a new one, and you can have my old one.
All right. Yeah, just put bigger wheels on the tractor. Something keeps
I don't have the clearance for on the back, Gator.
Mr. Gixer, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. All right, there, Brad. You have yourself a great night.
Yeah, are the Farmalls, do they have does that have a hydrostatic transmission? Because I tell you what, I've never ran a hydrostatic transmission until I had this one with Kubota. And man, they are sweet.
Yeah, hydrostats are nice.
It makes them so much more versatile.
Yep.
Now, if I was plowing a field, like the farmers, I would rate the old system because you don't have to work back and forth in tight spots. You know, you just have plow. You want dependability. For what I'm doing, I need to be able to move.
Gator says, take the fenders off. You took the guard off your sawmill. Might as well take the fenders off. Man, this is bothering me.
Now you know how I feel. See, you can take yours off, though.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this one. It's the one underneath that's bothering me.
Oh, okay.
You got a Kubota, don't you?
Yeah, it's about 6 years old now. And I bought a brand new 6 years ago, a Kubota BX 1860. And the wise choice would have been to get the 2300, or anybody that's in the market get the 2300. But I will tell you, the reason why I say the 2300, because that allows you to get more attachments for, let's say, like if you want to do a backhoe or something on it, you can. It's just basically the same size tractor with a little bit bigger motor, so it can do more. But after mine's 6 years old, and a friend of mine just about 4 or 5 months ago bought a brand new 2300 BX 2300, and I'll tell you what, the 2300 doesn't feel to have the same power that mine does. I feel like my older tractor has more power.
Probably does. Sherry Case does. Huh.
Yeah, never put whipped cream on a fish dinner.
I'd take that off. I'm starting to get hair in my mouth.
The brawny man.
No. Cut the guard in the center and grind 5 minutes, and they'll go down.
Yeah, Gator. Actually, there's a lot of truth to that. I read an article, or not an article. There was somebody that I went to their Harbor Freight sawmill. They were talking about it, and somebody left a big long article. He said that's what he did with this, and I've been intending to do that with mine. But I will say that that will not really solve the problems, because I can only drop from the band up to the top, even if I take the whole guard off. I only have like 8 or 9 inches. So the throat of it would still only be 8 or 9 inch beam wide that I could cut.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to drop the blade down. The blade is only subject to the size of the wheels that are on there, and where the motor's location is underneath there. So my cut would still be 8 or 9 inches. What it would do by opening up that throat on there and cutting the guard away, like what he's saying, it comes across flatways about maybe 8 or 10 inches, and then at 45 down. If I cut that out all the way, that gives me a wider throat, which makes it where I can cut a wider log. And the one guy was saying that he took his where it was rated for 22 inches, and he could cut up to like 32-inch logs. So that's good. But on the other hand, the power isn't there either.
Mr. Dixon says, seriously, a tablecloth should not be used to make shirts with. By the way, what you're talking about right there, yeah, the wheel is what the wheels on your sawmill, they determine how big of a board you can actually cut. Because you have to go through that. Now, you can cut, I'd say you want a 26-inch tall log, okay, or 26-inch tall beam. As long as your thing will go up 26 inches, you can do that, because if you cut the bottom off, flip it over, or cut it off flat, flip it over so you got a flat surface, you can count up 26 inches and saw it off straight off there, and that'll give you
yeah, and I've done that. So you cut your width first of all with a lay of flat. You cut your 8-inch wide beam, and the log might be 22 or 30 inches or whatever you got. Then after you cut it to 8 inches flat, top and bottom of it, then rotate it like what you're saying. Cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and you can cut that to whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's nice to do what he's thinking about doing, but you can still do it the other way without tangling up.
When you're trying to cut things like that, it takes a lot of time. For a sawmill like this here, it's actually made to cut 6 or 8 inch wide boards maximum width, even though it could be like 22 inches wide. The stress on the saw is too much, and it really pulls it on down. Even with a sharp blade, it really pulls it on down. Unlike the wood misers and several other sawmills out there that just plow right through it. This here is engineered pretty light duty, and I'm really happy with it. But you know, if I could put a bigger motor, there's all sorts of stuff that I could do. But what I would be worried about is, okay, if I put a bigger motor on there and I try to work it like a wood miser, well, the bearings of the wheels aren't going to hold up. You know, there's the centrifugal clutch isn't going to hold up. All sorts of stuff won't hold up to the greater abuse that you can put on it.
Right. You don't, it's not like you're running that thing 10, 12 hours a day anyways, so.
No.
I mean, if you were running it for a living to make it with it right there, it's more like a anything.
What was that? You was cutting out on me a little bit there.
It's not, if you were doing it for a living, like wood miser, you know, then you'd own a wood miser or something like that. But yours, Harbor Freight, it's basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's if I was doing it for a living, there's a few things that I would do if I was doing it for a living. What I would do,
like the wood yourself.
What was that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, got a little buffer there. Anyway, what I would do if I was going to do this for a living, because most of the board that I cut isn't going to be wider than 8 inches. What I would do is I'd make my track long enough to where I could mount another carriage on the other end. And then I'd give myself a big old chainsaw, you know, and put a chainsaw mill. But instead of the blade on the chainsaw cut flat, I point it down. And that way I could walk down, I could put a big old round log on there, and I could use a chainsaw to cut big old camps, big old beams, you know, like 8x22 or whatever, or 8x16. Right. I could cut those and separate that, and then I can cut that down to with this bandsaw mill into the lumber.
Right.
Because once I get it down to manageable size, it actually does cut fairly quickly.
Right. You're right. Pain sucks. And by the way, did you see what Sherry wrote? She wrote, when it comes to skid marks, they're talking about what's in your underwear, Grizz.
Underwear?
I know you don't wear them.
I can't afford that.
She says when people talk about skid marks, they're talking about Grizz's underwear.
Who's rich enough to afford underwear?
Oh, brother.
I don't know when he loses his ankle bracelet, but it'd be pretty nice so he can leave the house. You know, him and Big Steve running around in Portland, Oregon.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just keep on asking my wife when I can get past the next stage of body training and she can lift the newspapers off the bathroom floor.
Oh.
Well, Sherry, this is supposed to be a roast. Come on, throw some material out at us.
That's right. It says Grizz face it, yeah, skid marks in them trousers. Oh, that may be so.
Those aren't skid marks, those are nicotine stains.
Mr. Dixer said there's only 2 things from Oregon, steers and queers, and you know the rest. I don't hear Grizz going, oh. I loved Emery when he said that.
Yeah.
And Full Metal Jacket, that was funnier now. So what'd you do today, Grizz, besides sit on your duffel and do nothing?
Well, it started yesterday.
You weren't finished from yesterday doing nothing? So you started to do it
actually, no, actually the day before.
Damn.
I went down to pick up a new belt, the drive belt for the sawmill, because the one that I got on there is getting pretty well and worn and stretched out. Now, on my last video I released, you can kind of see it flapping around a little bit. It's,
right.
You know, it's maxed on out. So I went down. I had to order it, and I picked it up yesterday or the day before yesterday. But it's getting late in the day by the time they shipped it on in because I went to O'Reilly's Auto Parts and they shipped. It was the same day shipping. It got there. I was concerned about the size that they sent me. They don't have an equal match because it's metric size belt. Right. So we were kind of guessing and stuff. Yeah, and I was too lazy to take the belt off. Well, anyway, they said that they had ordered a belt that was within 1/4 of an inch. And anyway, yesterday was raining pretty bad all day, so I didn't mess with it. I went on out there today, and the belt was 3 inches too short. I think they meant it was 1/4 of a foot short, not 1/4 of an inch short. So I tore it all apart. I took the old belt back down, and I got it ordered. It's supposed to be back tomorrow. And then also, what I wanted to do is make a video on changing the belt out, put the new blade on, and sharpen it. Yeah, from Idaho Hillbilly, on his eBay deal, he had a handsaw set. So I was gonna make a video showing using the handsaw set, and I was gonna razz Idaho Hillbilly about it, hook me off somehow. I got to figure out some way to in friendly banter, friendly fire, because I feel very good about buying it from him, and I didn't get ripped off, but I just want to do a friendly banter of throwing little fun insults at him, without hindering, something to kind of promote him, Right. But anyway, I want to show a video of that being used and stuff, and of course it ain't going to be messed up. If I mess something up, I ain't going to show it on there. I'm going to show it that everything's working good, because I don't want anybody thinking that he's tricing. The thing came in good shape.
It says when Grizz goes bird hunting, all he has to do is shake the birds out of his, shake his beard, and the birds fly out. So.
Yeah.
Grizz needs to turn them overhauls around and put the clean side in. There you go.
Sorry, Jeff, I did that last week.
A lot of clean sides, eh? Then Mr. Dixon says, why does it look like Grizz is transmitting from the inside the Department of Motor Vehicle waiting room? Because he's there. Yeah, that's the only place he can get internet. All right, Gator, you have a great one, man.
Take care, Gator. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, hopefully, I haven't heard from you in a long time, but hopefully you're feeling a lot better, Gator.
He's been trying to get his hours on up, folks. So Gator's World, anybody that wants to help him out, he's got a cool little snowblower tractor and stuff. And he's trying to, he slowed down on videos loud for a while there, which really hurt him on his hours, and he's trying to help get his hours back up. So any of y'all feel kind enough to go over there and watch some of his videos and help him get his hours back up, it'd be awesome.
I'll have to run his channel tonight. Mr. Jixer says, only reason why dog is roasting Grizz is because having him in the program makes dog look younger. Yeah, sure does. I hear you. How old are you actually, Grizz?
How old am I?
You're 59 right now.
All right, yeah, I'm 59 right now.
59. So you're only 4 years older than me.
Yeah, but you're going to be 59 the day. I'm 60 on the day after Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas ain't going to happen. I'm going to terminate Santa Claus, and then I don't have to worry about my birthday.
I'm glad you're alive.
Kevin Helming says, I used to be familiar with a snowblower, but her knees froze.
That's a good one, Kevin.
Yeah, hell, that's dementia sitting in. That's what's going in. Alzheimer's.
I definitely have that. I have Alzheimer's, part-timers. I got it all.
And Jeff says he's got 1 year to catch up. Well, Grizz says, I said, Grizz, you're getting senile. He said, hell, I know I can't see too well.
Thank you, hon.
Hand me that.
Oh, you could have brought me one, Dina.
She don't drink.
Yeah, but I could have had one with you.
Yeah, hon, will you bring him another one?
What moment, Dina? I remember when you told me to say that. That was funny.
Sis says, okay, let's name things that are older than dirt, older than Grizz. I'll start. Dirt is older than Grizz.
Yeah, only by 2 days. Why? Tell your husband.
That's sis, the honest truth is, I'm not that old. You know, I'm just old enough to where I was Noah's babysitter.
Tell your husband I said happy birthday, Marie. Today's Marie's husband's birthday. He's 60.
Happy birthday, Marie's husband.
Kevin's brother turned 60 yesterday.
I think the universe is older than the dirt.
His first Chinese food was made with dinosaurs.
Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
I said the universe is older than the dirt.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. Yeah, Grizz's first.
Kim, that's a lot of old. That's a lot of old, Kim.
Right. Grizz says your first Chinese food was dinosaurs. This looks like a bad episode of Hoarders. That's funny. Can you pour me a bottle of water, Kath, please? All right, after you get done. He's on the couch. All right. Well, tell him to stay there. It's his birthday. He can relax. He just retired, you know, Grizz.
Pardon?
Marie's husband just retired. Sunday was his last day of work.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him. I can't wait till I can retire. Oh, wait. I am pretty much retired.
I was going to retire myself, but I can't afford it. All right there, Jeff. We'll see you later, man. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Enjoy that bowl of Wheaties. Oh, no Wheaties. No Wheaties. Have a bowl of Rice Krispies tonight. That's right, Rosanna. Kim's on too.
They do, Rosanna. I say things are going too fast for me. And I'm not that old.
I'm going to be a little older than you for a while. Short time, I'll be 2 years younger.
Yeah, Gene, I seen that picture that you sent me. I looked at that earlier today. That's pretty cool looking, but I'm wondering how, I'd have to see that, and I think that handle that screws on in there to clamp it to pin the tooth, that'd be really slow going. But it might be the cat's meow for me, depending. How much you want for it?
Mr. Dixon said, somebody tell Willie Nelson to quit rolling joints on the live stream. Hey, Willie, quit rolling joints on the live stream.
I'll never smoke dope with Willie again.
Never smoke weed with Willie again.
When did you do that?
I never have, yeah. No, I never even met Willie Nelson.
Oh, really?
He's a nice guy. Willie's a good friend of mine.
His boyfriend did. It worked for him.
Mm-hmm.
Boyfriend worked.
He stops by here every once in a while when he's in town.
Cool, G. Well, let me pay for the shipping anyway.
Let me see if I can find it. I got a picture of Willie and me together.
Oh, do you really? Cool. Yeah, I want to see that.
I gotta find it here. I found it. I gotta bring it up. Okay. Here it is. Let me share the screen.
Oh, my mom in high school. She had a boyfriend that asked her to marry him.
You see that?
I gotta get close to the screen. Where's my glasses? What I'm just using my camera, so the screen's a little bit in my cell phone, so the camera's screen's a little small on there. Oh, cool.
Yeah, me and Willie, good friend of mine.
Boy, he's a lot younger there.
Just when he dyed his hair.
Ah. Cool.
That's why I want to meet him.
My mom, when she was in high school, her boyfriend, he was a guitar player and a singer and stuff. Yeah, she asked him to marry. He asked my mom to marry him, and my mom said no. So he went and joined the army, and she connected with him several years later. And he had been for several years. He was one of Willie's guitar players and backup singer, and had been with Willie Nelson for years after he got out of Korea.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what I want to meet him, to see if the guy's still alive to tell stories.
Good night, Marie.
Your mom.
All right, Marie, you have a night. Good night. See you later. I tell you what, people, you ain't very good at roasting. Huh. Anybody want to come on up on the panel?
You know what? They would love to hear you roast me. Throw out some of the dirt.
Let us know everything about Grizz.
Because you sure didn't know how to joke with my mother, your mother-in-law, about the car going over that truck.
Yeah, that was funny. My mother-in-law, right after we got married, I told my mother-in-law this joke. Right after we got married. You know what the definition of let me get this right here now. Okay, you know what the definition of mixed emotions is? Seeing your mother-in-law drive over a cliff in your brand new Cadillac.
That's right.
I told my mother-in-law that. She got a kick out of it.
She's not alive anymore. When she was.
I was blessed with very good in-laws, put it that way.
I love my mother-in-law. I loved her dearly. She's the best mother-in-law ever.
Oh, Gene, I don't care if anybody has my address. It's P.O. Box 748, Foster, Oregon, 97345. And I will email it to you too, but I mean, I'm not worried about people. I get that address out to everybody.
Barrow boy, good morning or good evening. How are you doing? Your mother-in-law hated you? Well, that's a shame. My mother-in-law, I loved her. I loved her to death. I thought she was the greatest woman in the world. She had my She had my wife. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're doing a roast on Grizz right here. We're trying to get some people to cut them down, but everybody's just too nasty pantsy. You know, don't want to say anything bad about Grizz. Don't want to hurt his little feelings.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they're afraid.
They're all chickens. No, hell, I don't know.
I don't know why they're.
Well, Nano, I tell you what. Usually, I wear sandals most of the time, except for my flip flop sandals. I wore them on out, and I haven't been able to replace them yet. So it's what. Yeah, I got slippers I'm wearing now. I gotta get another pair of sandals. I like wearing my sandals all the time. I used to wear them to work at times.
Your boots, you like.
Yeah, well, it all depends what I was doing.
The hell happened to the last one you just rolled?
I smoked it.
I didn't see you smoke it. Huh.
It's gone. These things burn pretty fast.
And you didn't smoke the whole thing.
No, I don't smoke the whole thing. They get pretty harsh if you do. I mean, I only smoke like half of them. You know, I mean, I don't know if you can see that there, but I only smoke like half the cigarettes. Then they really dry out and get harsh, and I put them out and roll another one.
So what do? Throw all them into a bag and then make you a cigarette when you're all done?
You know what? I do save some of them, so if I run out of tobacco, I got a backup.
There you go.
Now that's pretty nasty to do, I'll tell you, but
put them in a pipe.
What you gotta do.
There you go. Put them in a pipe.
Allie's asking Country Girl where Andy is. Is he out smoking tofu?
Tofu. Wow. Nobody.
I can't believe he's going to eat that.
JD is sick too. I'm sorry to hear that.
With all that rain, tell him to try putting some Rain-X on his satellite. Of course, he'll have to wash it off come the spring, so the bugs don't stick to it. Well, yeah, have them try the Rain-X on there. You get that at any auto parts store. When I had satellite here, that's what I do. I'd put Rain-X on my satellite when I knew what rainstorm was going to come on in, because when a big rainstorm would come on through, I'd lose satellite signal. I went on out there, put Rain-X on there. It really kept that back. I'm not going to say that I didn't ever lose signal, because just a little rain in the sky can also block the signal too. But the water collecting on the dish can do it.
Right. I can imagine that works, and probably actually if you get a lot of snow or whatever, it probably helps the snow from sticking on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that I've heard works, and I haven't tried this one, with the PAM, the spray on PAM for cooking.
Yep.
I think that really works with snow too.
Well, we used to do that with our football cleats. We'd put PAM on the bottoms of the football cleats. And then that way, when you were playing football, that you wouldn't have mud and stuff. It would fall right off your cleats. That way, your cleats were always clean. But good night, Kevin. I love you. We'll see you later.
Man, when I was working, I sure wish I had a note about that. I would have given that a try. When I was working in the mud, trying to spray that on my boots, I never thought about that.
Yep, and then we used to take, I used to take PAM and spray the bottoms of the mowing deck. I used to do that for the longest time, and that way the grass wouldn't stick to it either.
I might give that a try on the inside of my sawmill to try to keep the sawdust from sticking to it.
There you go.
I was just thinking about that guy on that show where he sprayed the Christmas Vacation, and they sprayed that fast stuff, what made them go so fast through the parking lot into.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about that when you were thinking about spraying stuff. You don't want to get going that fast.
Yeah.
Talking about Tim Allen with that high-speed lawnmower. Yeah, put WD-40 on your windshield. There you go.
But it does. WD-40 works good on the inside for fog. It's not. By the way, so does hand lotion. If your defroster is not working,
right,
and you have a problem, if you have some hand lotion, you rub that all over the inside with your paper towels. I learned that from my dad as a truck driver.
Huh.
Of course, you just have to rub it on there like every 15 minutes. It wouldn't just stay on itself.
Right.
So like 15 minutes while you're driving down the freeway, you'd squirt a little bit more, rub it on, but it would last like 15 minutes rather than just steam up right away.
Right.
It's tricks that will get you through. It's not the perfect solution, put it that way.
Right. Grizz is the reason why the gene pool needs a lifeguard. There you go. That's funny.
I'm the reason why abortion is so popular.
Poster child for abortion. Come on, people. Talk to Grizz. Talk to Teddy Bear.
But you don't want to get on the bed.
Well, Rosanna, every time me and my wife go to bed, my wife has a good snicker.
Yeah, look at there. What are you gonna do with that?
No, I could tell a really bad one. It's the wrong person where it happened to him.
What?
When we went on our honeymoon, and you had to run back to the
oh, I don't care if they hear about that person.
And I told you you got going fast and got down the road. I said, "What's going on?"
It says Grizz must have been born on a highway because that's where most accidents happen.
That's right.
That's a good one.
When you peed over the bank.
Yeah, my wife tried to tell a story on our honeymoon. We was trying to find a place to get down to the beach on the Oregon coast. No, this was in California, rather.
California.
Northern California. We were trying to find a spot to get down to the beach, and you know, it was the area where we was at. It's difficult to get to the beach, and we come to this one parking spot with access to the beach, but it says park here at risk, and it's like about a half mile or a mile down to the beach. It's a long walk. So I think, well, if we're going to park the motorhome here, I want to make sure that it's going to be worthwhile to the gamble of parking the vehicle there for it maybe getting vandalized. So anyway, I left my wife in the motorhome, and I walked like a half mile down to the beach.
You didn't go down to the beach.
No, well, down the trail to the edge of the beach. When I got there, the trail turned parallel, went both ways down alongside the beach, and it was a rock bluff that dropped down all 30, 40 feet. And it went down another quarter of a mile each way to where you could get down to the stairs to get down to the beach. And I was thinking, man, that's a long way to pack to bring a picnic, lunch, and everything, you know, then have to pack everything back. And it wasn't, you know, this is in the spring, you know, not a lot of people on out there.
In March.
You know, and so I'm thinking, you know what, I gotta piss. So I'm not seeing anybody on out there, so I whip it out and I piss over from the trail, I piss over the edge of the cliffs down below. I don't see anybody on the beach anywhere.
Or on the trail.
Man, I tell you what, I heard a bunch of cussing and screaming from right down below. Apparently there was some people down below picnicking.
They were on the trail.
And I was pissing right. No, they were on the beach down below, but they were up against the bank there, and I couldn't see them. I pissed on top of them, and they started cussing and screaming. And I head back to the motorhome, and I told my wife, I don't think this is a good place for us to stay.
There you go. That's
I saw you running so fast than I've ever seen you run.
No, I wasn't running, Jan.
Kinda.
No, I wasn't running. No need to run. They had a half a mile to catch me. I wasn't going to run.
But you did hurry.
junkyard, pick up a Coke and let it spew on the windshield with the wipers running and the washers running. It will cut the film on the windshield. But then again, Country Girl said Grizz had a thought cross it once, and then a thought once crossed Grizz's mind, but then it was a long, lonely journey. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, never went there again, did it? Jefferson Einstein, how are you doing? Grizz has always been a pisser. The other countries across the pond, that's a wicked pisser.
How about all the stuff you did when you were a kid, being prankster? As a little kid, you were a prank.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I know.
I tell you what, if my kids did half the shit I did when I was growing up, I'd kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some stories that's just left best untold.
That's right.
True. I like the ones that tell about playing with the pie pet, with the cow pies.
Yeah, I was just being a kid, though.
I know. You always try to.
Every once in a while, I tell that one about putting it here, you know. You learn from life's experience. You don't ever say it, or don't ever do it again, you know. Put it here. So.
You were always trying to get a raise out of me when I was little. And you couldn't even get a raise out of me.
This is fortunately at Grizz's age, he'll start forgetting it all soon anyway.
You couldn't get a raise out of me when I was a kid because I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife was stuck out.
Didn't talk to nobody.
How long you guys been married, Grizz?
It'll be 30.
Oh, God, too long.
In March, it'll be 32. In March, it'll be 32 because Angela will be 31 in June.
Yeah, we've been married 32 years pretty much.
In March.
Okay.
But I've known him all my life.
Gixter says, speaking of pisser, Grizz, tell us how you get 1 inch of sausage out of 2 inches of clothing.
I know it's a bit, isn't it?
But you've known me ever since I was born.
Okay, well, we're not going to do that now.
They used to say that all the time when I was working in the garbage company, you know. You was out there in the wintertime, how you had so many clothes on, you couldn't, you know. You had to go to the bathroom, take you 15 minutes to undress to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's where, you know, back in those days when you just needed to take a piss, so it sure would have been nice to be hung like John Holmes.
Yeah,
You know, but when you got dressed like that, it's freezing cold, that shortens it up that much further.
Oh.
More material to get it out. It was no wonder more of us men didn't have our legs wet more often.
Oh, God.
It gets cold, that's what makes it to innie. Instead of an outie, it's an innie. And that's right, Country Girl. Deanna should get nominated for sainthood for being with Grizz for 32 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's during wintertime, you know, in the cold country, it's almost like us men have 2 belly buttons.
Right. By the way, you've been married longer than Mr. Jixter's been alive. He's only 31. Oh. Anybody want to come up on the panel? We got 50 more minutes before I shut it down at 10 o'clock. Come on up and cut down Grizz. You can do it face to face this way. You don't have to be anonymous by just typing. So.
You better get on up here and give us some good insults.
That's right.
on some of the stupid things you did. Getting pulled behind on a skateboard on the car.
I tell you what, though, Grizz, I did find out something when I was wearing coveralls all the time to work. You don't fart in them.
Oh, you talk that in rain pants.
Yeah. You don't fart in them
when
because
you're wearing now, that's not a problem. But if you're wearing rain pants and raincoat, it's like giving yourself a nose hit.
Oh, no.
that stuff comes rolling right up your back and goes, whoop.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, we'd be framing, me and my brother Steve and my brother Gordon, all of us out there framing these big old apartments and retirement centers and shit. We'd be framing away, and one of us, we'd always, when we walking by to go grab some more nails and boards or something, if somebody was bent over framing, we'd stick our butt right in their face when they were bent over and rip out a big old fart.
Oh, no.
Well, during the wintertime, it didn't work too well when we was wearing our rain pants because all we was doing was giving ourselves a nose hit.
That's right. Country girl, that's right. 80% of the people in the population can trace back 9 months and find out what, the special occasion why they were born. Unfortunately, I was born a month early, and a month early put it back in November. Deer hunting season, and my dad said that would be the last damn time he ever went deer hunting. So. Yeah, ain't that the right, Jefferson? You can feel the bubbles running right up your back. Whoa, what is that?
You need your glasses.
September 1st, New Year's Eve, right? Well, the ones in December, Easter.
Let's see here. 9 months back from December 26th is what? March 26th? I don't know what would have been special with my.
What's what?
On what day? September or December?
Well, I was born the 26th of December.
Okay.
So 9 months back would have been what? March?
Yep. Or April.
End of March, 1st of April.
Of what?
It was probably April Fool's. That's what it was. I would be conceived on April Fool's Day.
Oh. Oh, that's.
Dad was poking fun at your mom, and your mom took it serious?
Yeah. Gixler says Grizz could trace his birthday back 9 months after humans left the caves.
Oh, my.
Junkyard, I never did mature, so I'm premature. That's right. 40 weeks in November is Valentine's season. That's right.
Since we're going to say that about people in April Fool's, because he's on April Fool's.
I should know something. I've known you longer than 32 years.
So, well, evidently they don't want to do too much roasting there, Grizz.
Yeah, I think they're afraid of me.
Oh, don't be afraid.
Mr. Drexler, he ain't afraid, but the rest of them.
You can take it. Because you can dish it out, you can take it.
Oh, heck yeah, I can take it. I like taking it.
Amber wants us to do a roast on her, too. So, I'll have to figure out that one.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe we got to pair up on your channel. It might be easier for two people to roast one.
There you go.
So we have 3 people on the live stream.
Right.
And actually, I'll be there to roast Amber, but then instead of having me out every time that you do a roast, I have another invited guest to participate on the roast of the roasting individual. So, we rotate around, but to where it's just not one person up here on camera doing the roast.
Right. There you go.
And more humans.
Well, you did see she got herself a new washing machine, didn't you?
What's that?
You did see that Amber got herself a new washing machine, didn't you?
Amber did?
Yeah, got herself a brand new one.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles and everything on it.
Did you see what J-Bag said?
John don't have to sit back there on that bicycle and pull the, run the pedals and stuff to run this one. It runs on electricity.
You see what J-Bag said in here? He says, it's hard to pick on a guy that his only wood is in the yard.
That's right.
Hey, J-Mac, welcome to the channel. He's my neighbor up in Portland. I feel sorry for him to have to live in that country.
Wicked HG or HD. It is the Hillbilly Channel. Sorry,
that's right. Hard to roast a man that doesn't roast in caveman style.
I thought you'd get a kick out of all the stuff coming out of the beard. I figured, I was thinking about that, and I was looking for some rubber duckies and stuff, but couldn't find it. Then I found this little roasted turkey or chicken. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. So.
I would have to go back to the original part of the video because the first 10 minutes, I mean, I was just trying to make things work on in here. I mean, of all times, that's when everything starts using to start loading the updates on my system.
Right.
And he was like, you know what? I don't want to stop the updates. And it did say it was only like 6 minutes left. But it slowed me getting around trying to find where the invite was coming from. And then I had the same problem that Rosanna had when I clicked the invite, on my cell phone. It would take me to the app to install Hangouts, and I already had Hangouts on here. Right. But anyway, I got through it.
Right. Well, I'm glad she's got her problems all fixed already.
J-Mac, it was a little chilly, but not cold today. I mean, it was about the same here. It's in the mid 40s.
It was 40 degrees here, man. I couldn't believe it for December.
Yeah, that's about typical for here this time of year. I believe that we're supposed to start having rain tomorrow again. If it does rain, I won't be out on the mill tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, I'm going to get I got to pick up that belt tomorrow and get that. Hopefully, I can at least get the sawmill ready to go for running.
Right.
Nah, Mr. Gixler, that definitely ain't me. I don't grow nothing in Tupperware in my front window. No need to do that. And it's legal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some nasty weather here yesterday, Rosanna. It was pretty wet yesterday. Love you too, sis.
40 mile an hour to 60 mile an hour gust tomorrow.
Where's Nano at?
All right, country girl, you have yourself a great night. We'll see you later. Tell Andy I said hi.
Hi.
Nano, are you on the West Coast here? In the Pacific Northwest?
PG Nano Farm?
Yeah, J-Mac's got a point. He says, we got more pot shops than 7-Elevens and McDonald's combined.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
We're going to start to have that here, just became six.
Yeah, Washington, okay, that's cool. Rosanna is from Washington, too.
So what is that plant in the window right there, Grizz?
What is what? Oh, this plant?
Yeah.
This is the sequoia. Here, let me show you. You guys would be interested in this. A friend of mine went down to the sequoias and he cut off a little chunk of it, like a mini burrow. Well, I'll just take the plant out and shake it off. He cut off this mini burrow. I'll give you a little history on this. This is a sequoia. See here, can you see the root at the base of this? Yeah. This is the root. This is just a growth that was on the plant that he cut off the tree. Okay, and then you set it in the water, and it sprouts. They don't grow these trees. I got this about 2 weeks ago, and the sprouts when I got it 3 weeks ago were the height of these little 2.5-inch ones. That's all the bigger they were. So in the last little over 2 weeks, it's grown this much. You know, but that's the sequoia. Now the thing is about sequoias and redwoods is you keep water to the wood, and it doesn't have to be this growth. It could be the log itself. If a sequoia or a redwood tree falls on down, you know, the root system's completely warped up. It'll still sprout new trees off of the tree itself until it has no more nutrition to grow off on the tree, and then everything will die. This will not grow its own root system. You know, so this will probably grow for about 6 months. I'm going to guess 6 or 7 months, and then when there's no more nutrition in this chunk of wood for these sprouts to grow on, then the whole thing will die off. You know, I mean, I got a chunk of redwood. I took a chunk of firewood, and I planted it and kept it watered, and it was growing like this here until there was just nothing more. It would not grow the roots out.
Huh. Now, could you take one of them shoots and put that in water and let that grow roots?
No. No, it'll never grow roots. Huh. No matter what I do with anything there, it won't grow roots. Would I be able to take one of these shoots and graft it into another chunk? I think possibly. I think, you know, if I had maybe even a cedar, that might be a cool experiment. I do have some cedar trees on out here. It'd be interesting once this gets a little bit bigger to see about taking one of the clippings and grafting that into my cedar tree and see if that would allow it to start growing.
There you go. Good evening, FFP. Nice to have you here. I didn't know that either about sequoias. So.
Yeah, they need to be grown from seed. But I mean, I don't know how this grafting thing will go.
Mr. Gixer says that the nudie bar is missing their leather recliner. Good to see you too, Howie.
Hey, Howie.
I tell you what, I have really noticed in the last few days that my vision is really getting bad for some reason. I can't even read labels anymore.
Thank God for the magnifier. I got my laptop about 6 feet away from me. I can just reach it with my foot to keep it away. And I got the magnifier where I can read it without my glasses. Because I'm vain and I don't like being seen on camera with my glasses on.
Oh, sure. You've seen them.
Granddaughter, she's tired. She wants to go to bed already.
You're after persimmon and you will have one tough SOB. Junkyard, I don't know. I don't think persimmons will grow here.
You don't want
to. Here in Oregon, anyway.
She's telling you to come on.
No, because I said you're going.
Right.
Me going. Right.
Will you come in? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a question that you need the road.
What's that?
Yeah, it'd be fun. You know, an easy person would be to us would be Howie. He'd be an easy one to roast with all of his juicing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just love watching? There you go, Rosanna. That'd probably be cool, grafting that to persimmon.
Yeah, we just don't have persimmons here, though. Or
Yeah.
persimmons.
Persimmons, yeah.
At least I've never seen any anyway.
There might be. I don't know. Let me look it up.
But by the time, even if I was to plant a persimmon here, you know, this thing will be dead long before I'd have that persimmon big and large enough where I could transplant or to graft it.
Now you got water in that thing, right?
Yeah. It's this. Can you see the plastic tub here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was down about a half full. And my wife just filled it on up. It's up towards the top now. But she lets it get down about half full, and then she adds some more water to it.
Well, couldn't you keep that alive by feeding it nutrients through the water?
I'm going to venture to guess to say no on that. And the reason why I'm going to say no on that is I could probably make it healthier and bigger by doing that. But that's going to make the plant grow larger and faster, demanding more nutrients.
Right.
You know, I think it'd be a snowball effect.
Well,
so in order to keep it alive, maybe I could do something with nutrients until this whole base completely dissolved and there was nothing left to keep it standing, you know.
Well,
I might be able to do something to that effect, but eventually it's going to die because it won't sprout roots.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, I tell my grandpa died when I was 10 years old, and my mom, the flower arrangement, they had a flower arrangement in there, and it had some pussy willow limbs in it. And my mom took a couple pussy willow limbs, branches, and she cut them, and she set them in water for about 6 months. And they grew some big roots on them. Well, then only one of them was doing the one that did the best. She took it out there and she planted it in the front yard. And within 10 years, this thing was 15 feet tall. So.
Yeah, willow is really easy to do that. I mean, you know, in the right environment, you can just take the branch and stick it in the ground. As long as you keep it watered, it's going to grow. Right. You know, they're really great for whether you're grafting or just grabbing a twig and sticking it to the ground. But their root systems are. I won't have a willow around here, and I'm regretting putting these poplar trees in here because some certain plants, just if you have a septic system, they're horrible to have around.
All right.
You don't want them in a neighborhood either.
Well, no, you don't mind having them around the neighborhood. You just don't want to have them in around the neighborhood with old cast iron pipes.
Because near Smith's, and there was the neighbors next door, and they had it go. The neighbors, it went up. Van Zant's, not Van Zant, whichever one.
Oh, they seek out the for easiest water, no doubt.
And they went over to their yard, and it ruined their whole septic in there.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anything to do with septic and stuff.
It went from forever all the way through on their street to the other neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You drinking Natty?
Yeah, it's a Natty Daddy.
Never seen Natty Daddy, but I do. We buy Natural Light, so.
Yeah, the natural ISO is only 5.9, and this is 8.0 or 7.9 or something like that.
Huh.
Tastes about the same to me. I figure why not get a little bit more alcohol?
That's right.
No, Mommy.
Trying to get my apple cherry, and my cranberry done before Christmas.
Well, I made that video on my elderberry wine, and I'll tell you what, that stuff is stout. Matter of fact, I'm thinking it's not bad tasting, but I can't just sit back and enjoy a glass of wine because it's almost to the brandy level. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to use the rest of it just to mix in with eggnog or something.
Well, what you could do is get yourself some elderberry juice and then add it to it and dilute it, because that's what it's done. Is I've got wine out there that's sitting out in the garage. It's been out there for about a year. It's been sitting out there, and it does not freeze. I mean, it can get 20 below zero, and it won't even slush. It's 23 and 24% alcohol.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I mean, I could probably do that. That's a good idea. I don't know if I've never seen elderberry juice in our stores here. But I could add some other juice to it.
Right.
But I did try adding some 7-Up to it, just to kind of cut it and, sweeten it up a little bit because it's not much sweet. I don't want it too sweet, by the way. But I was just trying to cut it so it'd be a little bit more mellow.
Right.
And it just still wasn't working. So the 7-Up was not the way to go.
Pour yourself like a 4-ounce glass of it, and then put 1 ounce of water in it. Good spring water, not tap water, city water, and mix it in and see what that does.
I did that too.
We don't have city water.
No, yeah, that's fine. I already tried cutting it with some water.
Dilutes the flavor too much?
It didn't lose the flavor.
That's right. At the garage.
You've had blackberry brandy or apricot brandy. You've had some of those. Okay, you know how sweet that is.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like the sweet drinks.
Right.
If I'm just getting a bottle. Now, do I like to add stuff to eggnog and make a sweet drink? Yeah, I do. That's not what I'm getting at. But to go down and buy a blackberry brandy itself, I'm going to have to put it with something like an eggnog, to get it the flavor right. Okay, but this stuff here, the best eggnog you can get is just straight brandy, and forget about the flavored brandy. Get the straight brandy, then you don't have that sweetness to it near as much.
Right.
In my estimation. Well, this stuff here is nowhere near as sweet as brandy. I mean, it's, and I don't want a sweet drink. Right. So the sweetness of it is fine, but it's something that I just got to mix it with it. I don't really want to cut it. I just want to, with water or anything else like that. I just, to me, it's not a wine. It's more like a brandy than a wine.
And it's got that burning effect when it goes down, the warming effect. That's what they call it.
Well, no, it does. It does not have that effect. It does not have that warming effect like the brandy does.
Yeah. But
it's still, well, yeah, a tinge. Yeah, just a tinge of it, not much of it. Put it that way. It has the flavor of it is almost like a sangria wine.
Right.
It's not sweet at all. It's sangria flavor, no sweetness at all to it.
I tell you what, I used to love that Jack Daniel's wild berry wine they used to have. You can't find it no more. I used to drink that by the gallon. But I used to buy it in a single serving gallon jug, That was pretty cool. Oh. Single serving. I said, hell yeah, go get your own. This is my jug.
Did you read what Gixler said?
Yeah, made it from water. There you go. That's right.
I think he's saying I'm old.
They laugh at that, but I can make wine out of water. So I've done it. And I'm going to do it again here shortly. Single serving gallon. That's right. I tell you what, that Jack Daniel's wild berry wine, you could get it for like $7.99 back about 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And $7.99 for a gallon. Where else could you get hammered all night long for $7.99?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, if you turn water into wine, you can add flavorings to it.
Well, that's what I got out there in the garage. It was all water. I turned it into wine, and then I made orange creamsicle and watermelon wine out of it.
And the good thing about that is now you know that water will never spoil.
It won't. In fact, I'm gonna do another batch of it here shortly in my 5-gallon bucket. So I gotta go get 5 gallons of spring water, and that's what I use is natural spring water. So I buy it that way and buy it in gallon jugs, and I will make wine with that. You know, people say, "Well, use this pure." No, I ain't using purified water because that water sucks, and I'm not using distilled water because that water sucks. You use all 100% spring water, and you'll never go wrong with it.
Oh yeah, that's all I use around for my stuff here.
I'm a Jack drinker. Never heard of that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I love you. Be good. Have a good day at work. So, yeah, Jack Daniel's wild berry wine. They used to make it. Been making essential oils there, Howie? I've always wanted to try, rosemary oil.
I've always thought that making essential oils was a waste of alcohol, though.
Yeah.
If you make that essential oil, now you can't drink it.
Right.
I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with, I've never been into the essential oils and stuff. And over the course of last year, I started hearing about using peppermint oil, to get rid of mice in your house, because we've got a lot of mice here.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, that peppermint oil really did get rid of our mice problem. I tried I even tried the traps like Boss of the Swamp does. That was just there was always more to take its place. And the peppermint oil, that got rid of our mice problem.
So what do you do with it?
You take a couple of drops of the essential oil, this stuff right here. I took it and I put in this room that I'm in now, there were 3 different spots where I put 2 different drops. Where I'd seen mice trafficking at, I put 2 drops at each spot. In my bedroom, around where closing the bedding stuff, where it's underneath where they had hiding protectors. I had a couple of spots on in there. I put a couple of drops, just different places in the house where I knew that there was mice problems. I just went through it, put 2 drops in all these locations, and within 24 hours they were gone.
Huh.
This stuff really does work.
Well, I tell you what, she's got right now a peppermint hot candle going on right now. A light, one that you put on top of a light. The whole house smells like peppermint, so I'm pretty sure if we had any mice, we ain't got them now then, because
they don't like peppermint for some reason. And if you do get some, if you do see 1 or 2, just 1 or 2 drops in that location where you see it. You don't have to do your whole house. And
right.
it doesn't, maybe for a day or 2, you might smell it, but then, it goes away. And by the way, I've only treated the house 1 time, and the other day I did see a mouse on the floor in here. It's time for me to give it a couple more drops, but I don't have to do the whole house if I get on it right away.
Right.
I got to get a couple of drops, and that will take care of it.
Rosanna said that in Maine, pest control told her to put it on cotton balls and just set them around the house.
I'll put it in the cotton balls?
Yeah, put them on cotton balls. Put the, I guess the peppermint on cotton balls.
Ah, I like that idea. I want to try that one.
Huh.
So you put peppermint balls in the oil, or put oil in the peppermint balls.
Evidently. And the mice like cotton to make nests with, so they start using it. Oh, hell, I don't know. It lasts a lot longer. There you go. I imagine it would because it's staying in fibers a lot longer. We used to
I'll
have,
tell you what. Yesterday I went on out to the woodshed on out here, brought in an armload of wood. You know, grabbed from the stack and grabbed this armload and was just pulled off. And right behind that stack, there's a pile of feathers, chicken, the down of the chicken down, you know, not the big feathers, all the down. A big old ball of the chicken feathers. And I thought, man, I got to deal with that. Then I kind of spaced it and went in and grabbed an armload this afternoon, right from the same spot. I said, oh, yeah, I got to deal with that. I go back there. All those feathers are gone. Yeah, whatever, there was something that had a nest on in there. They moved the nest.
right.
What was it, chicken?
Well, the chicken feathers they made a nest with back in the firewood, but I'm sure as I dig down through there, I'll find them again.
We used to have mice problems in our trailer when we'd at the campground. They'd get in there during the winter. So we ended up putting mothballs underneath the camper in the, you know, and I'd have, I don't know, 4 or 5 boxes of mothballs, you know, in the trailer. I'd have, you know, little dishes and paper plates underneath the benches and everything in the cupboards and the whole nine yards. And that would pretty much get rid of the mice problem. But then in you know, and during the winter, you got a moisture problem in your campers too, because you've been in your camper all summer long or whatever, and now you got a lot of moisture from, you know, breathing and all that other crap in there. So what you do with your trailer is, so your ceilings don't fall down and all that other stuff, is you put kitty litter. You buy them little kitty litter pans that's got kitty litter in them. You open them up and you put one in, you know, one in the front of the trailer, one in the middle of the trailer, and one at the end of the trailer. And that will draw the moisture out of the air in the trailer during the winter. And it'll
Keep it out.
No, that's a great thought, because my daughter living in the camp trailer on out there, she got one of those dehumidifiers that she runs in there.
Right.
And that's an idea where we could just put some of that on in there. And that way, even if she runs the dehumidifier, even when she's not running it, because she don't run it when she's not there.
Right.
That would help immensely.
Yeah, it will, because the kitty litter or oil dry, whatever you want to call it, soaks the moisture out of the air. So.
Huh,
that's interesting.
yeah, she'll have to do that.
Because I tell you what, I've seen a lot of campers, you know, people go up there camping and you tell them, you know, to do that and they wouldn't do it. They walk into the camper after not being there all winter, and the vinyl on their ceiling's laying on the ground, you know, because it's peeled off in the ceiling. And, you know, the paneling's peeling because of, you know, the moisture in the air. I said, you know, if you'd have put that kitty litter up, you wouldn't have this problem. So these people are up there painting this stuff, you know, now because the vinyl's not on it no more. And then they start putting, you know, the kitty litter back in there. So it does work.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's right, Rosanna. It has to be the peppermint oil, not the flavoring oil. It's got to be the peppermint essential oil.
Right.
It's a lot more powerful. And I don't know where you got. My daughter come up with this peppermint. I don't know where she got this.
We got it over at I think it was over at Weimar. I think.
Okay.
I think that's where we bought it.
Well, I tell you what, with that rock candy oil, would that work? Because I mean, tell you what, one drop of that stuff, man, goes a long, long ways.
It might. I don't know.
I tell you what, my wife makes that peppermint candy, and she'll put a couple of drops of that stuff in there, man. The whole house, it just burns your nose because it's got so much peppermint.
It probably would. It'd be worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that. I've got 3 or 4 bottles of that stuff.
I mean, if you have problems with mice underneath the hood of your vehicle, getting the wiring and stuff like that, or in your vehicle, you know, that's the place to try it at.
Yeah. I really don't have a mouse problem anymore. We had one about, well, we had like 3 mice about, I don't know, a year ago, close to a year ago. And I set some traps for them, and I got one, and then I found blood from another. I said, well, where the hell did this one go? Because the trap hit it, and, hit it hard. And about a week, I don't know, 2 or 3 days later, I started smelling something, and I found it. It was in one of the cupboards back behind the pots and pans. So I had to pull that out of there. I scrubbed and cleaned all the pots and pans with bleach water. Then I had to clean the cupboard out with bleach water and the whole 9 yards. Then I opened up a drawer, and there's this mouse, and it's looking at me. So I'm looking at this mouse, and I shut the door real quick, because I didn't want him jumping out and running in the kitchen. I open up the drawer again. He's still sitting there. So I grab a paper towel and grab him. I took him over there, and I showed him how to swim in the toilet. He didn't swim for very long.
You watch Boss of the Swamp, don't you?
What's that?
You watch Boss of the Swamp?
Boss of the Swamp Boss?
Yeah, Boss of the Swamp on YouTube?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, Google that up tonight when you get done here. Go to Boss of the Swamp. He only releases one video a week, and it's on Sundays. And they're usually about 20-minute long videos, but you'll like his channel.
Okay.
Really good content. You might even want to go back to where he used to be more video and showing a whole lot more. But he has great content. But anyway, he does. He at the end of all of his videos, he shows that he started out one video a long time ago. He did about making a mouse trap. And basically, there's a PBR mouse trap. He took a 5-gallon bucket, put water in the bottom of the PBR cans. He treated them with peanut butter, ran a wire through the bucket with the cans on there. And so when the mice would go on out there and get on the cans, he said the peanut butter, they'd roll on over, fall in the water and drown.
Right.
Okay. He's been doing all sorts of little gimmicks on there. And here a while back, he said, he says, quite honestly, all these gimmicks that I'm doing on the mouse trap on this, he says he says he's not doing it for effectiveness. He's doing it for his own entertainment to make mice trap. His most effective mouse trap he's found is put a board that goes up on the barrel, put molasses, some water, and some sesame seeds or whatever down inside. The mice will get down in there and then they'll drown. They can't get back on out. But He made one recently. He has the ramp going on up there, and then he puts this little teeter-totter and then he has this little light carrot. It's a little swab of peanut butter and sesame seeds and stuff dangling on out there. And it has this plank that's on a teeter-totter. So the mice walk out on the plank, and as soon as they get to a certain point, the plank tips and it dumps them in the water.
Right.
I mean, I think you'd really enjoy watching his stuff. He doesn't. You don't need all these gimmicks. What he's doing, he says it's very effective with his mouse traps, but without all the gimmicks.
I like the 2-liter pop bottle with the it's on the axis. You put food in the back of the 2-liter pop bottle. They come walking into the 2-liter pop bottle, and when they walk in, it flips the pop bottle to where they can't get back out.
Yeah, you know what? Here in Oregon, we've had the 5-cent deposit for years. When I'd go out and walk the streets to collect beer cans, so I'd have more beer money. This back in the 70s, I'd go on out there and collect beer cans, all along down the country. And there'd be a last little swallow. The mice would crawl in those beer cans, and they'd drink the beer. Then they'd swell out, and then they couldn't come on out. They couldn't get out of a beer can. They could make it in, they could make it out. So the same basic principle.
Oh yeah. Well, you heard about George Carlin when he talked about making the perfect mousetrap, did you? See, George Carlin said, I'm going to make a mousetrap, and the perfect mousetrap's going to be, I'm going to, put up 3 little stairs. So the mouse has to climb up 3 little stairs, and it's going to stand on a platform. And when it stands on that platform, I'm going to put a mirror down below, and then that mouse is going to look down and see a mirror. I'm going to put a mirror on each side of that mirror, so when he sees a mirror, he's going to see a mouse on this side, a mouse on that side, and he's going to see a mouse below. But on the other side of that platform, right at the very edge of it, I'm going to put a razor blade on it. So when he sticks his head down here to see the other mouse, he's going to go like this and go like that. He's going to slit his own damn throat and kill him.
Oh, my.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. George says, you know, that's the coolest thing. He said, so I submitted it for a patent. All of a sudden, OSHA come by and said, no. I got to have a handrail on them steps for that mouse just in case he slips and falls. Not to mention, I'm going to have threads on that steps so that way he doesn't slip and fall. And I'm going to need something, hazmat material to clean up the blood. He said, it wasn't worth patenting, so I just left that idea alone.
That's a good one.
Hey, I'll be right back. Mother Nature's calling me really bad.
All right.
Oh.
Good night, Rosanna. No, wait a minute. Good night, Howie. Sorry, I thought Rosanna was in. Good night, Howie. Have a great one, man. See you later. Oh, I bet that does work there, Mr. Jixer. And Harlan was hilarious when he was talking about that mouse trap. Yeah, I think it was either George Carlin or what the hell was the other one? The one that used to play, smack the watermelon with the sledgehammer, the sledge-o-matic. I can remember that, but I can't remember his name. Gallagher. There you go, Gallagher. I think it might have been Gallagher that said, come up with a mousetrap. But it was funny. Whoever said it was funny. So, yeah, Grizz is going to see what it takes to get through the clothing. You're right there, Mr. J. He's going to come back probably shorthanded and a little upset. I look damn good in these. I might start wearing these more often. I've been looking for a pair for a long time so I could do this just itself. And then I was going to the thrift stores and stuff, and one lady, I give my phone number, and she called me up and says, hey, I got a pair. I said, well, how much are they? She says, $4.99. Come get them. She said, will you be there today? I said, yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I put on my shoes. I went down there, and I got to look at these. Hell, these things are damn near brand new. For $4.99, I told her, I said, tell you what, you get any more that are in this good a shape, on this size for $4.99, let me know. I'll take all you got.
Hey, this is a true story, Keith. I got from OSHA. I got cited one time. Now OSHA regulations change from state to state. So I'm going to tell you what it was here. Our laws here is if you're you can be up on a 3.5-inch wide wall without tying off, walking top plate. You can get up 10 feet up in the air, as long as that top of the wall is not over 10 feet tall. If it's 10'1", then you have to be tied off somehow, or
right.
have something separate. But you can be on a 3.5-inch wide wall, 2 feet up in the air, and no safety protection. However, our law requires that if you are on scaffolding or on planking that is over 24 inches tall, then your scaffolding, or there's no width on the scaffolding, but they require that it has a handrail or you be tied up so you don't fall that 24 or 25 inches.
Right.
You can be up on top of a 3.5-inch wall, 10 feet, but if you're on a plank, you have to be tied off or have to have a safety rail. I got cited on that because I had a plank on 26 inches off the ground, and I didn't have a handrail. The next time they came out on me, I'll tell you what I did. I built myself a 26-inch small two-by-4 wall, set it on the ground, stapled it up and braced it up, 3.5 inches wide, and they keep on out there. There was not a thing that they could do.
You're right. Well, that's what they started doing to us when I was in the garbage company. They wanted us to tie off every time we climbed up on top of a roll-off box to tarp it. Well, what you'd have to tie off on is you threw your rope over on one side, tied it off to the bar, okay? Then when you were over on the opposite side, walking on that beam, the harness had to be tied off so when you fell, you wouldn't hit the ground. Well, you know, you're only anywhere between 5 feet off the ground and 7 feet off, or 9 feet off the ground. Okay. Yeah, 8.5 feet, 9 feet. So that depends, that's where your feet were, either 8.5 feet off the ground or 5 feet off the ground. So if you fell off, you were supposed to be tied off so you wouldn't hit the ground. Well, you know how hard it is to tie yourself off? If you're standing on something and it's only 5 feet off the ground, so you tie yourself off and you try to tie yourself off to where you don't hit the ground on something 5 feet.
It's crazy. It's impossible to do that.
Huh?
You have to have a steel rod and a steel cable that has no give.
Yeah. Well, that's what we had. Is there's a handrail or there's a rail on the side of the roll-off boxes, and that's what you're supposed to clamp onto, and you threw your tie-off strap onto that, and you had it on your harness. And then when you got onto the other side, you had to climb down, unhook, throw it over on the other side, climb a hook on that, then go on the other side and walk that side of it. You know how many of us done that? Nobody. Them harnesses and them ropes look brand new in most every truck. So,
see,
I mean,
here's my belief on safety regulation. I believe that it should be required for all employers, whether they have one employee or 100 employees or whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it should be required of the employer to give a safety class, first of all, and second of all, to provide the employee with the equipment necessary to keep him feeling safe, okay? With that said, I believe also that it's the employee's responsibility and not the employer's responsibility to know what they can do safely or not.
Right.
So I don't believe, in my particular case, I grew up without OSHA regulations. I grew up, 30 feet up in the air, 2x4 walls, running up and down the outside walls, looking 30 feet down. Never bothered me in the least. I did fall one time, rainy, wet, and slick, and I learned a lot from that fall when I broke my back, okay? Never had that same type of accident again. I had a few other falls with different scenarios where tying off would not have helped. But my point is, over the years, when I did work for different people at different occasions, I had more accidents, not severe accidents, but I had more accidents because I was required to tie up. I know what I'm capable of doing when I'm not tied up. I don't take a gun and look down the barrel and pull the trigger to see if it's empty. I know better.
Right.
And I know to do stupid stuff when I'm up on high, when I could fall and hurt myself really bad. I'm going to take care of myself, but I don't feel like it's OSHA's. I don't think OSHA belongs in the spot and tell me what's safe for me and safe for the other guy. And you know what? I've been pulled off a roof because we had a cable running back and forth, and we were required to wear this harness, a 5-point harness system, the safety gear.
Right.
And the other guy, he tripped over his own rope, went over the edge, and pulled me over.
That was pretty nice of him.
I would rather have not have been tied up. Yes, it's safety. When the safety equipment creates a hazard, it needs to be reconsidered.
Right. Well, like Jefferson says, you're safe as long as you got a safety harness on. You can have 30-foot rope on a 20-foot fall. So.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like a skill saw guard on a skill saw. People feel like that if you got a skill saw, if you got a guard on there, you're safe. You can do whatever you want with a skill saw. You cut a board drop and it gets your leg. More people get cut with a skill saw because of the guard, not because of the guard's pin. If you pin that guard, you're aware that blade's still spinning.
Right. You want to know something? If I wasn't so damn drop dead sexy and covered in river overhauls right now, I'd show you. I I was 14 years old and I had a skill saw. And I went to, I was cutting, making a tack box, and I brought it down like this. And when I did, the cover didn't come down like it was supposed to. And it caught my pocket on my pants. And when it caught my pocket on my pants, it ran right down my leg. And it ran right down my leg till it got to the inside of my kneecap. And that's when it decided it was going to cut through. And it cut through my kneecap. It tore up all the tendons, all the ligaments, cut the bone and everything. I had 200 micro stitches on the inside and 40 stitches on the outside.
Oh, wow. You know, I got lucky. I got lucky. I had let go of the trigger when I dropped mine. And the cue got to hit my inside. It hit me right where that artery is. But I had already let go of the trigger. I was wearing 3 clothes of articles. I was wearing my bent over all rain pants. I was wearing my blue jeans, and I was wearing long johns underneath that. And they were all 3 brand new. I was only like 15 or 16 when this happened. You know, I was just a kid and just starting out for my first winter. So I had all the gear, all brand new. And that skill saw went through all 3 of those layers of clothes, and 3 teeth stuck in the leg right there. Now I didn't travel like you. I just had puncture wounds that they were probably about a ½ inch deep, but they didn't rip through. They were puncture wounds, you know. So it wasn't near the deal. But I learned a lot from that right there.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot too, man. I was scared to death of circular saws for the longest time, and I use them now. But I was, you know, even though that guard is there, that don't make shit, because that guard took a few seconds to come down when it shouldn't have. But it, like I said, it caught me in the pocket, ripped my pocket, my pants and everything, jerked it right out of my hand. And by the time it got down to my kneecap, that's where it went through.
Well, on my skill saws, all my skill saws, I take a drill, and when you pull the guard back, I drill like an 1/8 of an inch hole right through the top of that guard where I can slide an 8 penny nail or a 16 penny nail in there. And that's how I pin my guard back. I don't like putting a wedge in on the side, because that puts pressure and does damage to the guard. And if I want to have a guard on my skill saw, I want it 100% of it when it is operating. I want it not to be damaged in any way, shape, or form and have any pressure that binding it up any. Because I want to be functioning. But, you know, I told all my employees, you know, feel free to pin the guards. And they all did. I never had one person that ever cut themselves with a pinned guard. Now, I did have one person that says, oh, no, I'll never pin a guard, that's unsafe. And that guy did cut his leg. Because he depended on the guard to be there, and it wasn't when he needed it.
Right. All right, everybody, it's 10:03. We're going to get the hell out of here. I think I did all the damage I could do to Grizz for right now. So, Grizz, talk to us about your channel.
My channel is just a bunch of BS. Y'all don't want to visit my channel, you know. I mean, it's just a bunch of BS about some hillbilly, redneck, you know, uneducated, unethical guy, you know. It ain't nothing. It's just fun. It's just me being me and having a good time.
Hi, everybody. I appreciate y'all for being here. I really do. I appreciate the comments that you guys put in, the effort that most of you guys put in to cut down Grizz and make them feel belittled. It was worth it. So, but y'all have a good night. God bless. Stay safe. Prayers and peace be with you.
You too.
And stay warm, man.
Good night, y'all.
I appreciate you being here, Grizz. I really do. So.
It was fun. I enjoyed it, Keith.
I enjoyed it. More often. Well, TJ Woodworking's in the house, but we're leaving, TJ.
What's that?
TJ Woodworking's in the house. So, but we're leaving. So.
Oh, true. Hey, we need to plan a roast next time. We need to plan a roast once a month or something over here on your channel. And you know, I mean, and you need to have a guest co-star on roasting whoever you're going to roast.
Right.
But let's get her done.
Yeah, Mr. Drixer says he got a hug after a roast. Well, there you go, Mr. Drixer. There's a hug for you.
Yeah, I'm not the huggy kind of a guy.
He's not a huggy feely. He's just a pat, Big Steve on the hiney kind of guy. Where is Big Steve at today, though? He never showed up either.
Well, you got to admit, Steve does have a nice hiney.
Oh,
It's pretty much a lot there, though. So. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Good night,
y'all. Good night, Grizz. You have a great one. We'll see you in the morning.